We are going to review starting with this is chapter 8.
Chapter 8.
Now,
Okay.
chapter 8. Now, before we begin with chapter 8, some of you missed the introduction of Arab.
Was that in the book? Was that in the book?
What?
Was that in the book?
That's not in the book. Let me rephrase that. It's not in the book yet.
Okay. But the words that are used in it are part. Can we, like, if I go piece by piece, can I look back at the lessons we did and like from the titles, figure out what each word means?
The words in the Arab.
Yeah, so you know the example Arab you gave, and it had the Arab for, what was that?
So most of the words are words that you've already had.
Right, okay. So that's what I'm talking about, the translation.
With the exception of maybe one,
Okay.
maybe one or two. Everything else you've had. Yeah, this way. No, this is what you're referring to, yes?
Yeah, I'm talking about
Okay.
the left side, if I wanted to go through my book and write the translation of what the explanation meant.
Yes, but most of these are vocabulary words that you should already know by now.
Not the words on the right, but the ones on the left.
That's what I meant.
saying. Oh.
So for example, if you see the word ismun, okay, all right, for example, right? But here you have ismu isharatin. So you know, or at least you should know, what ismu isharatin is or means. It's a demonstrative pronoun. Yes?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Why?
I was waiting for you to get an answer.
That's not an answer I should have to give you.
I know.
Yeah, so ismu isharatin is a demonstrative pronoun, provided that you were here for when we covered that chapter. Eyes are big.
No, this is what I'm looking for. The review is what
Yes,
I'm looking
this
for.
is what this is. This is absolutely.
You just didn't
what
go
we're
back
going
far
to do.
enough. We go back a couple more lessons?
Couple more, probably not.
All right. I'll take what I can get.
Yeah, so yeah, we're going to do 8. Here we are, page 20. So Asma'ul Isharati. Page 20, chapter 6. Asma'ul Isharati. And I told you that Asma is what? Okay, but Asma is plural. Ismun is singular. Same word. Asma'u or Asma'un. This is plural. And Ismun here is singular. So when you read Ismu Isharatin, you know that this is a demonstrative pronoun. Okay, so that you already have. The word mabniyun. If you recall, I gave you, you had a handout that had several terminologies and a couple of rules on it. Remember that?
Yes.
We had mu'rabun and mabniyun. They are opposites. Okay, so mabniyun, when you see the word mabniyun, you know what the word mabniyun is.
Yes.
All right? Mabniyun. Ala. What is ala? What does ala mean? Okay, and ala is a preposition. You know what ala means? Mabniyun ala as-sukun. You know what the sukun is? You know what the sukun is? Yes?
Yeah.
Then we have fi again. You know what fi means? You know what fi is. And we have the word mahalli. This is the only word that is foreign to you? The word mahalli. The word raf'an. We know what raf'an means.
No.
Yes.
Got it.
More raised, elevated.
Ending in Noma. Oh, yeah, yes.
Oh,
في محل رفع المبتدأ. You know what a مبتدأ is. المبتدأ أو خبر مرفوعان. المبتدأ. So when you look at your i'rab, all of these words are words that you should, as I said, be familiar with the exception of mahalli. Mahalli means in the place of. Mahallun means place, space. Yes.
All right, I have a question.
Hmm?
So I know it's called Sheraton, okay.
Uh-huh.
Mabniyun, is Mabniyun by itself, or is it, Mabniyun is a term by itself? It's not-
Mabniyun is a term by itself.
So when it says, okay, so then ala sukun is the part that the meaning is together. I don't know if you know what I mean, like.
So no, all of this goes together. Mabniyun ala as-sukun. All of this here is a reference to the sukun that you find placed over the alif. This right here.
Oh, okay, so it's saying that this demonstrative pronoun has a sukun that doesn't change.
So you're saying that this is a demonstrative pronoun that ends in a sukun. So when you say mabniyun, you already know in your mind, you know what mabniyun means. That means that this sukun is stationary. It's not going anywhere. It can't go anywhere. It can't change. Never can change. Okay? Mabniyun ala sukun. All right? Now, this part here, fi mahalli, that's a reference to hada again. It's a reference to hada acting as or existing as the subject of the sentence.
Okay.
Now, your question may be, well, is it or is it not the subject? Yes, it is a subject. However, by rule, this word here, any subject of any sentence is supposed to end in one vowel. So because this does not end in a dhamma, you have to explain the absence of a dhamma. And you're explaining the absence of a dhamma by saying that hada is mabniyun, and it's acting as, which is fine, we're okay with that. It is a mubtada. It's okay that it's the mubtada, but I have to explain why there is no dhamma there. And you explain that your explanation for the absence of the dhamma is that hada is in the place of a noun that would normally end in a dhamma. Fi mahalli, fi mahalli raf'an. In the place of a noun that would ordinarily end in a dhamma or a dhamma. What?
This whole i'rab you just did
Mhm.
is to explain the ismun, ishara, all of them. I mean, you have right there.
Well, to explain specifically, this here is explaining
That
hada.
one.
If we had hadihi, then we would change one thing, of course.
Right.
If it's a kasra, if it's a fatha, you would write fatha. But the rest of the explanation is identical.
There was no sentence that you were doing an i'rab of, you were just explaining how to do the i'rab of.
You mean just here, just
Yes.
now? Yeah, of hada.
Okay.
Yeah, because the question was in reference to the vocabulary that's found in the Arab. So we were focusing on the first line. And again, I know all of this is new, and it's going to take you a while to get a hang of this. So I'm going to walk you through this, and I will repeat this as many times as necessary. So you don't have to worry about that. And we're going to be doing this often because I want you to get in the habit of doing this regularly. Yes.
Quick question.
Mhm.
Fi mahali or fi mahalin?
No, fi mahalli, not fi mahallin.
Okay, so the exact opposite one.
You should not have tanween there. So those of you who missed the introduction to Arab, I will let someone, in your own words, explain to your classmates what i''rab is.
Well,
Go ahead.
I'll attempt. It's basically every word that you write, you're just explaining why that word is used and what purpose it serves in a sentence. So it's basically grammar assignment, just like in English you might diagram a sentence. So that's basically what it is.
Everyone clear? Those of us who were not here. So the example that we had, we gave out, does everyone have this sheet here? Everyone has this? Okay, if you don't have this, you will need this. That's just an example. And we've had, you don't have that either?
No.
Here we go.
Yeah, running this way as well.
And we also gave out yes, so I also gave out a few blank ones that you could use when you're doing your Arab as well. So going back to chapter 8. Chapter 8, Asma'u al-Istifhami, or the interrogative articles. And we established that the interrogative articles, or Asma'u al-Istifhami, were mabniyun. So men with a fatha, not a kasra. Men with a fatha, not a kasra, will always end in a sukun. The difference between men and min, and again, vowing is extremely important, and we cannot afford to misplace vowels. So men is an interrogative article, meaning who. Min is a preposition meaning from. Harfu jarrin. We're going to get to that, inshallah. Men. Then we have mada. So we used men in a sentence. And for example, we could say, we're keeping it really simple. Man hada. What does man hada mean?
Who's that?
Who's this?
Man hada. Hada. Hada Muhammadun, for example.
Who's this?
No.
No?
Mhm.
Oh.
That's me, absolutely. Man hada. Who is this? This is Muhammad. Hada Muhammad. Or we could also say, Man hadihi. Hadihi. Hadihi Khadija, for example. And these are examples of the usage of men. Mada. Mada means what?
Why?
Mada. Mada means what?
What?
The example that we have on page 26 is Mada ta'kulu. Mada ta'kulu. What are you eating? Ta'kulu means eating or to eat. So we're going to leave this here as a translation of ta'kulu because the ta in reality in ta'kulu is a pronoun. This ta right here. So we're not going to touch that. Ta'kulu anta, you. What are you eating? Ta'kulu. If it was he, it was ya'kulu with a ya, not a ta. So with verbs, your pronouns, of course, will change. Ta'kulu anta, or even ta'kulu hiya. She is eating. Okay. Aina. Aina means where. And this is one of the words that we have on the exercise that I gave you. Aina, where is. Aina al-masjidu. Where is the masjid, for example? Your answer would be al-masjidu, wherever it is.
I'm not sure.
You want to keep it simple. If someone was outside, they couldn't locate the masjid, where's the masjid? You point it to the masjid. Al-masjidu huna, meaning here. Al-masjidu huna, meaning here. The masjid is here. Aina. Then we have mata. Mata means when. And again, this is another one of the words that we have in the exercise that I gave you last week. Mata al-imtihan. For example, when is the examination? And again, so we have examples on page 26. We have man anta, who are you? Anta is a personal pronoun. Second person, meaning you. Who are you? Mada ta'kulu. We have mata al-imtihanu, aina al-masjidu. And back on page 25, kaifa. And kaifa means how. And this is something that we had before. It was one of our vocabulary words. We had kaifa haluka, or kaifa halu, or kaifa ka, which means how are you? Kaifa ka, kaifa halu, kaifa haluka. Okay? That's something that we're already familiar with. But in all of these cases, kaifa is mabniyun ala al-fathati. Man is mabniyun ala al-sukuni. Aina is mabniyun ala al-fathati. Mata is mabniyun ala al-sukuni. Mata, sukun. This alif is a vowel. This is a short alif, not a ya. Alif maqsura. Alif maqsura is a vowel. You have a sukun. I'm sorry?
Alif maqsura is short. It's short.
Short alif. Then nevertheless, it's a vowel.
It's a vowel.
Absolutely.
It's long, but it's short. It's not
It's
long.
referred to as a short alif.
It's short alif.
Yes.
What's that?
Now,
Just like when we talked about masculine pronouns, the explanation prior to Mebni Arab, whatever.
would be absolutely. And we're about to do the Arab of one of these. As a matter of fact, we'll do the Arab of man hada, and we will do the Arab of Aina al-Masjidu. Yeah, we'll do both of those. After kayfa, we have limada. Limada again is mabniun ala sukun. Limada means why. The example that we have on page 26, limada taqra'u al-kitaba. Why are you reading the book? Taqra'u coming from qara'a. Limada taqra'u al-kitaba. Now, so again,
That question is, why are you reading the book?
yes, taqra'u, you look at taqra'u and you look at ta'kulu, same pronoun, which with the ta at the beginning. Taqra'u and ta'kulu, you. Why are you? So the ta here and the ta there, those are pronouns. The other thing that you will notice, it's the proper vowel at the end there. This is your verb as well as here. And we're going to be dealing with this soon, so I might as well bring it up now. Ta'kulu is a verb, right? Taqra'u is a verb. The subject is understood. Even though you have a pronoun here and it's easy for you to determine who the subject is. Your subject is present here in the ta, meaning you. It's never written. So you would never write ماذا تأكل أنت. You would write ماذا تأكل, and it's understood that the subject is you. That's one thing that I wanted to point out to you. The second thing that I wanted to point out to you is we're not going to deal, well, we can deal with it. The ta'kulu here is marfu'un, and it's marfu'un here as well. The object here, al-kitaba, is mansubun. And that's the rule in Arabic grammar. The object of the verb will always end in a fatha or a fathatan. The object will always end in a fatha or a fathatan. That's why the word al-kitaba ends in a fatha and not a dhamma or anything other than fatha. And that's future. Now, I don't expect you to remember any of that. The last two on page 26, we have hal, which means did. And hal, the example that we have here is hal anta muslimun, are you a Muslim? Hal anta muslimun. And again, we said that anta means you. Anta means you. Hal anta muslimun. Are you a Muslim?
Hold on, hell means, say that again?
Hal means did.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Or
Anta
yeah. Hal anta, are you, did, yeah. So in essence,
It's interchangeable.
it's interchangeable.
So can I under did, can I put are?
Absolutely. That's interchangeable. So hal hada kitabun, is this a book? For example.
Okay.
Hal hada tawilatun, is this a table? Now. And lastly, we have kam. And kam is reference to, yes, you're asking about an amount. So we're going to look at من هذا and أين المسجد.
All right, so we're gonna do it all
The
now.
example you give here for Cody is how many students in the
كم طالبا في الفصل?
How many students?
How many students are in the classroom? كم طالبا في الفصل? How many students are in the classroom? Okay, so the i'rab that we already have on the board. So we're going to erase هذا and asma'u. We're going to leave all of this here. And we're doing the i'rab of, is anyone copying anything here?
What was the word for classroom?
Fasl.
Can I see if it's good at three?
Yeah. Mhm.
Do you have any more of the break that comes?
Yes, I do.
So we're getting ready to do it off now.
We're going to do the i'rab of man hada. Man hada. Who is this? Man hada means who is this?
On the chart,
I'm sorry.
it
Yes.
says I'rab hat.
The i'rab who had.
I'rab who hat. How come there's a hat when there's I'rab who? Is that like the I'rab or I'rab?
It's i'rab, and this is a reference
it's-
to the word al-kalima.
So has it's, right?
Yes. So here, is everyone else good? I can erase. Yes?
Yeah.
So Ain al-Masjid will remain. And we will do the i'rab of man hada. So we have man. We're going to change one word here. So we're going to eliminate istifham, ishara, because man is not ismu isharatin, man is ismu istifhamin. So the i'rab of man is ismu, istifhamin, an interrogative article, mabniyun ala as-sukun, same vowel as hada. So it's not necessary for us to change that. It's still the sukun. The rest of the i'rab is going to be exactly the same. So we're changing one word, and that word is ishara. We're taking ishara out and replacing that with istifham. The rest of the i'rab would be exactly the same. في محل رفع المبتدأ. End of it.
That word is stuff.
استفهام.
So it's a half.
That's a half. ألف سين تاء فاء هاء ألف ميم. اسم استفهام interrogative article مبني على السكون ending in سكون في محل رفع المبتدأ in the place of a noun that's required to end in a dhamma but cannot.
Did you already erase the Mahali Rafael part? No, it says the, oh, you just put it.
Yeah, I put it back. Yeah, well, I put it back. It's the same, so if you have, which you should, if you don't have the sample sheet, again, look at it, you're changing one word. And that one word that you are changing is the word isharatin, because min is not ismu isharatin, min is ismu istifham. That is the first part of the i'rab. Second part of the i'rab is hada. Second word. We have hada. What we're going to do here now is we're going to transfer what we had up here down here. Why? Because hada is ismu isharatin. مبني على السكون في محل, all of the above, رفع, again, but هذا is not your مبتدأ, هذا is الخبر. End of الإعراب.
The word ala, that's ayn, lam, ya.
That's an alif مقصورة.
Oh. This is a good question. The book that you're following, this book we're following now, is it too much, is it, I got the book. Is it the same or is it changed a lot?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I have the same book, but I have it bound like this.
Oh, actually, it's going to be quite different. It will be quite different. So for example, the next two chapters that we're going to cover, one is Idafa, and then we're going to cover the Sifat. Then we're going to go from that to verbs. We're going to introduce verbs earlier. Okay. Yes, so.
We'll keep this one.
Well, yeah, sure. It's a good reference.
$17.
Mashallah. I don't know what to tell you.
Come on, reimbursement. No, I'm joking. No, I'm kidding.
That's a good one. Nah.
I mean, it's the vocabulary. It's kind of, That's what.
Yeah, so yeah, if the vocabulary, it's gonna take you a minute. You're gonna have to get used to it. But it's going to be repetitive. The more Arab you do, it'll become, it's going to be repetitive. And the more you do it, the more you practice.
What you're saying, I mean, as far as like when you give us the example like you gave when we struggled, while speaking myself, struggled through the vocabulary of what we already know of around it is going to play an important part.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's what I was struggling with.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
All right.
Okay, so now I'm going to ask one of you, the second example, Aina and Masjid. Like, so would someone like to give Aina a try? The Arab of Aina. Someone like to give that a try?
Let me try. It's, can I go up there? It's اسمه إشارة مبدي على الفتح. I mean, منصوب. No, الفتح في محل رفع مبتدأ.
Okay. No, unfortunate. Yes, it's a problem.
Okay, اسمه استفهام.
You said ismu isharatan.
Oh,
Aina is ismu istifhamin. Yes.
مبني على
Yeah.
Is it أين, right?
Yes.
مبني على فتح
T.
فتحتي sorry.
Yes.
في محل رفع المبتدأ.
That is correct. So here with Aina, we changed one word. The one word was what? We changed sukun, fatha. Aina is in a fatha. You have to write fatha. You cannot write sukun. Write sukun would be incorrect, yes.
After the one for Heather, Mabniun, what's that after that? Allah?
Mabniyun ala.
That's Aleph Lam.
Where? Here?
After
This here?
Mabniun. No, come back right there.
Ayn, lam, alif, maqsura.
Ain,
Lam,
Lam,
alif, maqsura.
Aleph Mexer. Okay.
Yeah. Question.
I understand why man is a mubtada, but why is Aina a mubtada?
It's the first word in your sentence.
And that's the rule.
That's the rule in Arabic. If it's a noun, if it qualifies as a noun, which pronouns in Arabic qualify as nouns, as well as interrogative articles or demonstrative pronouns or pronouns, they qualify as nouns as well. They're treated as nouns. So if it's the first word in your sentence and it's a non-verb, it's a noun.
What were you explaining just before that?
I don't remember.
yeah, that's kind of weird question, like where?
I don't
He was answering my question about what that was.
It's like the handwriting.
Yeah, I was just questioning his
Which
not.
one?
Which one?
What
Still
you just
again?
explained to me.
Sure.
I think he's asking
Yeah.
you, what were you saying about that?
Oh, ala. This here. Yeah. Ayn, lam, alif, maqsura.
Which is the yeah.
No. This is the short alif. Not yet.
Okay, all right.
Yes. All right.
One second.
Yeah, almost again. Almost. Pump the brakes a little bit, just a little bit.
You explained what the mubtada was.
Yes.
That makes your breaks up, man. You can't do that.
Mark one becoming cover.
Why don't you just take a picture?
That's it.
It's that Maxor, Meme, Ka,
No, mean off. Yes. Mean off. Slide. Slide. Wow. Ra. Ta. Marbuta.
And you said that's all you would need for that?
Mhm.
That's all you have to say?
That's it.
Marfu'an takes Dhamma, and it's the cover.
That's it.
If it's that,
3 words. الخبر مرفوع بالضمة. End of Arabic.
oh, so cover comes first.
It can come last. مرفوع بالضمة الخبر. الخبر مرفوع بالضمة.
So both are correct.
Both are correct.
I didn't do that.
Yep.
Okay, Imam, inshallah, could you just read that out for me?
اسم
اسم
إشارة
إشارة
مبني
مبني
على
على
السكون
السكون
في
في
محل
محل
رفع
رفع
الخبر.
خبر. شكرا.
Is anyone still copying?
Last word.
Last word.
No, not last word, last few words.
Okay.
I'm more
So
supportive.
we're erasing men and we're replacing men with Aina. And we're erasing Sukun and we're replacing Sukun with Fatha.
Okay, now this is for Aina, right?
That's for Aina.
Aina.
Then down here, we have Al-Masjid. Would someone like to repeat the Arab of Al-Masjid?
The Kabaru Marfu'an Bidam.
That is correct. So Al-Masjidu, the Arab of Al-Masjidu would be the same as the Arab of Waladun. Al-Khabaru marfu'un bil-dhamma. That's it.
I mean,
You done?
Yeah, I'm not-
Okay. Anyone else?
yeah, I didn't do anything. What all you? I didn't do any of you. All you changed was one word.
Up here, we changed Fatha.
Sheikh, Bill Dummity, is that on the terminal Buta, is that a customer tanween or a single customer?
That's a single kasra.
But you asking about Masjidu?
Yeah.
All that's not. part
Yeah,
of it.
this here is not the Arab of Al-Masjid.
Oh, it's not. Oh, okay. Okay. I'll say you right.
It's the same as Wahidu. Kabaru Marfu'an Bidam.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
But I want to make sure I got the top one right before you erase it.
So that was good.
Aina is the same except for that one
Al-Masjid
word.
is Al-Khabaru marfu'un bil-dhammati. End of Arab.
I got a quick question. What's the difference between if you grew up speaking Arabic, not English, and learned all this grammar? Would it be more, as comparison to if you knew English grammar, learn this? Would it, understand English grammar real well? Would that help you understand this terminologies, or would it confuse you more?
There are some similarities, but yeah.
So it's better to start off.
Well, I mean, in order for, you would have to have some general knowledge of grammar, period.
That comparison is good for the beginning, but as you go on, you have to separate it. Like, you can say now, move to the
Well,
subject.
the function, that will, there will be some differences, yes.
The translation of al-khabaru marfu'un bid-dammati is the predicate is nominative because of the dhamma.
Yes. No. What?
Predicate is.
So, no, so you use the word nominative. So in Arabic grammar, marfu'un can be a reference to a dhamma. It can be a reference to alif and nun. It can be a reference to waw and nun. And it all depends.
So that I shouldn't.
So if we're dealing, no, you have to specify. So when you say marfu'un, you have to specify. You cannot leave it open-ended. You cannot just say marfu'un and leave it. Because marfu'un can mean dhamma, marfu'un can mean alif and nun, marfu'un can mean waw, marfu'un can mean waw and nun, depending on what noun you're dealing with.
So
Or verb for that matter.
Like if I'm trying to translate the Iraq for myself, so in my head I can say it as a sentence. What I would just leave marfu'un as marfu'un and just not translate that because it's not one.
Yeah, don't translate the dhamma. Leave the dhamma alone. So as long as you understand that marfu'un here is a reference to the dhamma, you're fine. But when you're writing the Arab, you have to specify. Okay, yes.
Al-masjidu, al-kabaru, mafa'un. The thaman.
With dhammati.
Damati. Does that go, all that goes together?
Mhm.
Okay.
All right, chapter 9. Chapter 9, the numbers.
I'm sorry, you said the roughing is what now? Is that okay if I ask the roughing? You said the
Yes.
roughing was what now?
Raf'an is a reference to the term marfu', nominative case ending. Numbers, al-a'dad. So with the numbers, we have the cardinal and the ordinal numbers, and we're starting with the cardinal numbers. The numbers that we have listed here are masculine numbers. These are masculine numbers. The first two numbers, wahidun and ithnani, are clearly masculine. Does everyone understand what we mean by that?
This is no talking
Okay.
no.
Yes. Meaning these numbers have masculine characteristics, meaning absence of feminine closed tap is an indication that these numbers are masculine. The numbers 3 through 10, thalathatun, 3, arba'atun, 4, khamsatun, 5, sittatun, 6, sab'atun, 7, thamaniyatun, 8, tis'atun, 9, and asharatun, 10 are all masculine as well. However, they have a feminine appearance. Feminine characteristic that's here is the presence of التاء المربوطة or the feminine closed tat. These numbers here are masculine numbers. Okay, so when I say masculine numbers, use and compare this number with another noun. That noun would have to be masculine. Example. So if we say kitabun wahidun, one book, yes? The word kitabun is masculine. If we have 3 books, we would say thalathatu kutubin. 3 books. Now,
In the first example, the number came after.
those are the numbers 1 and 2. That is the proper order. And the numbers 3 and above, the number comes first. These are masculine numbers. Feminine numbers, which are not listed here, are the opposite. So, wahidatun and ithnatani. Ithnatani. 1 and 2. With 1, you have the feminine closed tat here, and ithnatani, you have the presence of the tat here. Draw an arrow there. Ithnani, ithnatani. The numbers 3 through 10 again will look masculine. They will have a masculine appearance, meaning you will have the absence of the feminine closed tat, as in thalathun, arba'un, khamsun, sittun, sab'un, thamanin, tis'un, and ashrun.
In the example, the Lathatun Ketubun, that is that Kesra Tanween indicative of the plurality?
No.
So it's the last 2.
So with numbers, the noun that follows a number is referred to as tamyiz or clarifying noun. So in this case, the case of the number 3 and above, your word will end in a kasra. So this is majrurun. Absolutely. And that's, numbers are complicated, so.
Agreed.
The numbers are complicated. I had a question. I had a hand up somewhere. No? Okay. No? All right.
Wait.
Okay, so we had, for example, with the feminine numbers, if we had darajatun, wahidatun, let's write this up here, 1 bicycle. Darajatun, wahidatun, 1 bicycle. Darajatani, ithnatani, 2 bicycles. Darajatani, darajatani, ithnatani. Now, going back to the question that you asked me about marfu'an bil-dhammati. Darajatun, oops, let me tell you here. This is marfu'an bil-dhammati. Darajatani is marfu'an as well. But darajatani is muthanna or dual noun, Therefore, it's no longer مرفوع بالضمة, it's مرفوع بالألف والنون. The focus is now on the last two letters and not the last vowel. So if you were to give the Arab of Darajatani, you would have to say that Darajatani is مرفوع بالألف والنون. But even with that, you would still have to explain why the Dhamma is absent. So you would have to say that this is marfu'un bil alif wa nun because it's this type of noun. لأنه مثنى. Yes.
I think the thing that's still, I don't know if it's confusing me or if I just haven't, grasped it in my mind. So, marfu'un means the nominative case.
Yes.
Right? What does that mean?
So in Arabic, let me keep it simple for you. In Arabic, marfu'un means that a noun ends in a dhamma or dhamma tanween, period. That's it. Your noun ends in a dhamma or a dhamma tanween, noun or word or verb, because the present tense verb in the Arabic language will end in a dhamma as well. Kataba yaktubu. Okay, so marfu'un meaning ending in a dhamma or dhamma tanween. As a general rule. Once you go beyond singular to dual and plural, that will change. And then, of course, you always have special circumstances, like the 5 nouns.
No, you good. You good. It's nanny.
That didn't help at all, did it?
It's not.
You'll get it. You'll get it.
It's a fat, a new, and then a tan. It's that tanny. Is that right, you said?
Does
For the second.
modiphone have anything to do with Mamnoon Minnesota?
No. Marfu'un has nothing to do with mamnu' min as-sarfi.
And they're both marfu b'damati, right?
What?
Both darajatani wahidatun and darajatani ithnatani are both.
They are both marfu'un. The first is marfu'un bil-dhammati, the second is marfu'un bil-alif wa nun.
Oh, you know what? It looks like that's wahidatun. You have a kasra below that. That's not what that is.
Right, no, I was underlining the tab here. So let me erase that because that can confuse you.
And that second is darajatani ithnatani.
Darajatani ithnatani. And again, both are marfu'un bil-alif wa nun.
What's that? One time. The explanation of the Aleph Nun would be Mark 1, the Aleph Nun.
Marfu'un bil-alif wa nun. Yes. All right. I think this is enough for today.
My eyes is about to go back to back.
I think we'll stop here. And inshallah, next week we'll continue to review. So we're not going to move forward. Yes.
I wanted to talk to you personally, real quick. But I don't want to hold up nobody else. I can.
Okay, inshallah, yes.
Is it a question of the business?
Marfu'un bil-alif.
Oh, no, I thought it was a question of nothing else.
No, it's a question about this, but I don't want to bring it up like.
Everybody knows this was- everybody. It's
All right,
completely
I'm gonna hold on
different.
that.
Well, man, everything is celebrating. I've kind of got it, but I know the concept.
Okay.
He ain't gonna let us keep.
So here I'm gonna ask my question publicly.
Correct.
Because, with his encouragement, I hope I'm not making a mistake. But anyhow, my terrible struggle with this is trying to write everything while you're saying it, and then I'm missing what you're saying.
Gotcha.
When I find that I stop writing and try to listen to you, then when I hear what you're saying, I don't have nothing to go back to because I didn't write it. I don't want to get into taking pictures with my phone because I don't want to get into that.
Okay.
I'm trying to learn how to write and keep up with you and understand you without having to take pictures, go back home, decipher the pictures. I don't want to rely on that.
Okay.
So that's my hard part, is trying to write and listen to you at the same time.
Gotcha. Inshallah, we'll work on finding a solution for that. Inshallah.
And any of my classmates that might have any.
Well, I'm sure you're not alone.
I doubt it. I doubt it, but I think.
When I take the pictures so that I can look at it up close, because I can't see that far.
Nobody's criticizing taking the pictures. Don't be getting all defensive.
No, I'm just saying, you use it as a tool in this class as well as.
I know.
And just a reminder, Sister Camelia is here, so if you can all stay after Salat.
Okay.
Break.
No, because she came.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Okay. I know the anxiety level is probably at 1,000 right now, but we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay.
At the temperature.
Continue working on the assignments that I gave you last week.
So these two, so they're incorrect. Is they incorrect because they're not a complete thought, or they just jacked up because of the grammar?
No, because it does, okay, so new capital, so that sentence there, you need to revisit that, because the cap is what is reception. So basically what you're saying is.
Exactly, I'm gonna say, wait.
And here you're saying the message is children.
All right.
Okay.
That's why I'm going.
Well, inshallah, I want you to take a little more time to try to solve this. And by next week, if we can't do it, then I'll give you a call.
So I got to look at the road. Now that I can't use that.
Yeah, can't use that too.
But everything else, I can use that presentation.
Okay, so we're going to pray now, inshallah. As always, you can ask your questions, however you need to ask your questions, whenever you need to ask your questions, inshallah. And I have a question.
Would you explain that, put the last two.
Salasatul kutubin. Yes.
What was
Very interesting.
what changed from?
So with the numbers 3 and above, the noun that follows actually up to 10. And then, so the tamyiz, which is a clarifying noun, the word that comes after the number, will end in a kasra. Numbers 11 through 19, the tamyiz will end in a fatha.
Do we need to know that?
No, you don't need to, not right now. No, I don't want you to know that right now. Because that's just piling on.
1 through 10, we don't need to know that part either.
No, I don't want you to know anything about vowing as it relates to numbers.
Okay.
I'm not concerned about that right now. Okay, we'll get to that. That's not, right now, that's not important.
This is part of the kitab, that's part of it.
Yes, the first 2 examples are easy, kitabun wahidun, dhamma. But once you go 3 and above, then, things will change.
So homework is.
Study, review, study, review, study, and review some more. Inshallah. All right, so we'll pray, inshallah. And
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
So take my things with instruction ranks, complete first on first, inshallah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Oh, yeah. Yeah, by next week, if we haven't figured that out, then show up. So I'll let you guys Alhamdulillah.
If you can say, it'll take about maybe 20 minutes or so.
Okay.
So inshallah, if you can say, we'll really appreciate it. No, everyone. Oh, I don't feel like 2 times. Yeah.
So you were saying don't get all bummed out on the numbers right now.
Now, when we get next week, we're doing that, and then we're gonna keep it confused. Because it might be this. I'm more of the people who get us in the you know, a lot of people say they were good and stuff, so they were just hit this, you know what I mean, because once you got it, you got it. You know, you take it from it. And let's keep practicing. I know we do, because I used to practice on, so we the first time, I think I can do it. But now I understand it, that's another close. You know, but that comes in, you know, just stick with it. I wish you would take a crash course. And she had asked. So this is. And she had to sign a contract. It's a lot of money. You learn all of this. I think it was 10 states. So they have to do. Because it's going to come to the oh, yeah, six. Speaking, I'm trying to get through English. I see more judges, we talk about how broad. She said you need long arm. And don't be confused. I'm telling you, it just rolls. If you can translate so all that is just off like around. That seems like it took a long time to do all this. That was when people will come and get finished. It must be psychological. I'm getting to lose though. That's my mom. Yeah, she was on the phone. That's my father. This is when the Chinese come here to see the that's my mother's phone. My father's grandfather, my great grandfather, his great grandfather. Somebody doing picture of him. No, the one I just showed you. Some people, so people do it. Then I show this picture. What now did you say? This is what happens, Chinese, like on Saturday, how many generations back before this could have been this version? Well, you know, you would know that black people are strong, so it's in Chinese, but Chinese do things probably look online. Right. You gotta live. You gotta so, but you get that phone book you got, what she saw? I know, but it's on the Sunday now, man. You have vegetables.
She's the one. If I have anybody who is interested in the book, I let her know.
I don't want to get the book, but you want to. I mean, I'm like one of them, so I don't know if I was. Like, she had a rush, or you have to order some more, but anyway, get a copy of that, and we'll get into the site. I'll be sure. 12 to 2.
Yes.
That book is
yes, but at the same time, they explain the other method. So you can.
You don't show the
They show.
You show them the hands.
The massage. They're not telling you what you're the one who will which one.
Okay.
Basically, what's important is to make you teach you how to
The basics, yeah. Okay, well, next is the mention, but explain or mention anything about. Does it mention it?
No.
Oh, don't mention it?
No.
Oh, you talking about. You know, we just said, what if somebody, I don't know about the book, or somebody bought the book, say they want to use it, then they don't have no new come up, no new person. And so I felt that you know, the book was the book. How did you decide to use it?
It's very good because this is the first year I started.
But does it mention anything else in there about that? Oh, but just don't illustrate.
Yes.
That's all they do. What happened to movie?
Voodoo, yes.
Oh, everything else?
Yes, voodoo, how to make voodoo, how to make explain to you.
So it's more general, it don't tell you the difference. It doesn't explain the difference. Like the Shabby do it this way, how do we do it this way?
Yes. Even professional, also, yes, this one, even for your own knowledge, you can get it every for your own information.
Okay. And it's $17.
I think so.
Some people sacrifice some money to get it because I'm a book.
I think so.
Look, that's my last name.
Oh, okay.
All of that's not. And this is, you know, just like on African history, like
Okay.
who's been that for your, Rashid, you know, talks about Pastor Davidson's books about, John Jackson, Introduction to African Civilization. You know, it's all about like what's that. Yeah, I got him in that too. I got him check out the deal. And Sylvia Good, after service with a lot of books, yeah, she got it, this is an antibiotic, yeah, I got books like that. I'm a book one, that's what I'm doing, buddy. It's money to come out, bro, I'll give it back. They wanna get it. Well, I'm gonna go, chill out. I'm gonna stay with you. Yes, for your board. So I can get that information. Probably. Wanna get that book.
You ready to buy it?
Yeah.
Oh, can you wait until after her presentation? Thank you so much.
I don't really want it, but whatever.
I'm trying to have a place that's not.
If I was a control freak. Control people.
No, it's the book for the thing.
That's what the farm killer.
Yeah. I don't know. I like when you go into a conference, you see people who is it like that in your school as well?
That's one of the, well, all that class, do a demonstration on how to breastfeeding. So, this is a presentation, and whatever she has, I'm going to, so I'm gonna come on in, and then I give her back. Oh, very lucky. Okay, that's fine. With a bean?
I'm trying. I don't want to put my hands on it.
Oh, you just ordered it.
Yeah.
So the sour cream? Oh,
Is this one that I've never?
Yeah, you can get
I want to spoil my dinner. The beans? I like beans. When I was a kid, and we done. Not all these beans.
So as you may already know, I'm a medical student from the University of Pennsylvania. I've been doing a project to better understand the breastfeeding needs of the community. And I, with the help of various members of the community, have put together this brochure on breastfeeding. And I'm just gonna run through it and then ask those of you who are willing to fill out a survey that gives me some feedback about the brochure. If you could be as detailed as possible, that would be appreciated. It's pretty short, but there are 3 questions that ask you to write things out. And I have a consent form there just because since I'm asking you to fill out a survey, I need to, let you know that, make sure that you know what you're getting yourselves into. And essentially the consent form just says that there are no risks to participating in the study. The benefits are that you may learn something, Everything that you write is confidential, no personal information in terms of things that could identify you is collected. And there's my contact information. And if you have any questions about the form, I'm happy to answer them. So I am looking more for feedback from people between the ages of 18 and 45. But if you don't fall within that range and would like to provide feedback, that would be helpful as well. So I'm going to go ahead and pass out the brochure, give you a chance maybe to look at the consent form if you want, and then go ahead and read through the brochure.
18 to 45.
Thank you. So as you can see on the first page, breastfeeding has high honor and value in the Muslim tradition. The Prophet Muhammad's wet nurse, Zarima Hadia, is greatly respected and received many blessings. Feeding your baby only breast milk is also natural and the healthiest choice. And we have some important information about breastfeeding. You want to prepare for breastfeeding before you give birth. Ask your healthcare provider to help you learn about breastfeeding. Combining formula and breast milk can decrease your milk supply. Only give your baby breast milk unless a healthcare provider recommends something else. Even though breast milk is the ideal food for babies, breast milk is low in vitamin D and iron. Breastfed babies need vitamin D supplements. Your pediatrician may recommend liquid iron for your baby. By law, you can breastfeed your baby anywhere. If your baby cannot breastfeed, pumping breast milk for your baby is the best option. And then we have on the right side some benefits of breastfeeding from scientific research studies. For the mother, release of oxytocin, a calming chemical in the body that helps moms feel close to their babies. Less blood loss and faster recovery for the uterus after childbirth. Faster return to pre-pregnancy weight. Lower risk of type 2 diabetes, breast cancer, ovarian cancer, and depression after pregnancy. For the child, ideal and near complete nutrition for healthy growth, especially the first milk, thick yellow milk called colostrum. Protection from common childhood illnesses through proteins in breast milk called antibodies that help fight germs. Lower risk of ear infections, pneumonia, diarrhea, and sudden infant death syndrome. Lower risk of asthma, obesity, eczema, and diabetes later in life. And then if you open up, you see breastfeeding in Islam. So, duration of breastfeeding. The cow, 2:33 conveys mothers shall suckle their children 2 whole years for those parents who desire to complete the term of suckling. Like the Quran, the World Health Organization recommends breastfeeding for 2 years. Babies should only be fed breast milk without any other food or drink, including water, for the first 6 months.
Wow.
Solid foods can be introduced at 6 months of age. Alternatives to breastfeeding. The cow conveys no soul is charged save to its capacity. A mother shall not be pressed for her child, neither a father for his child. The father's heir has a like duty, but if the couple desire by mutual consent and consultation to wean, then it is no fault to them. The Quran recognizes that some moms may not breastfeed for 2 full years or at all. Some babies have conditions that mean they cannot take in milk. Mothers with HIV/AIDS or active tuberculosis or taking street drugs and some medicines should not breastfeed. Talk to a healthcare provider for more information. The Quran recognizes that fathers have a role in the feeding of their babies. Milk sharing. The cow conveys, and if you desire to seek nursing for your children, it is no fault in you, provided you hand over to the mother what you agree to give her on a reasonable basis. The Quran mentions that babies can be breastfed by a woman other than their mothers. If your baby gets breast milk from another woman, you must be sure that the woman's milk is safe. Safe milk is free from infection and harmful medicines or drugs. A woman other than the mother who provides breast milk for a baby who is 2 years old or younger becomes related to the child, except if the amount of nursing was little. This affects marriage. For example, a man cannot marry the daughter of his milk mother. Seek details from a trustworthy religious leader for more information. And then on the back, there's places you can learn more. You can talk to your imam, sheikh, or other religious guides. There's a website. You can talk to a certified lactation consultant who's an expert on breastfeeding, or you can contact the National Breastfeeding Helpline. There are also different programs that specialize in breastfeeding and lactation, such as one at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. So that's it. And for those of you who are willing to sign the consent form, I have 2 forms provided because one is for you to keep and one is for me to keep, so that you have my contact information, etc. And then there's the survey to fill out that asks for some feedback about the brochure. And I'm happy to answer any questions or receive any verbal feedback. That's something that anyone wants to provide. Thank you for your attention.
I'd like to say I learned more about breastfeeding in this 10 minutes than I've ever known. It was very informative.
My granddaughter breastfeeds her great-grandson. But it kind of, we're not doing that, he bothers all the time, because he's 9 months now. That's all that's on. Of course, my mother didn't do it, because in this country, they don't push that, you know what I mean? And I wasn't Muslim then, and so that's so, by me not being breastfed, I wanted to drink, and she was putting the milk in the carton and poured it, drink like, and I couldn't digest it, so I developed a double hernia. So for the longest time, some doctors, I guess they know what they're talking about, said that that's why I didn't have my kids. But recently I've been talking to doctors, that I have now, and they said it had nothing to do with me not having a kid. But I thought it did. But I guess a whole lot of people going. So it's not, what can they say? A lot of times people have a problem with doing it publicly. Because you say it's no law, say they can't do it.
Some people, some women find that they get bothered when they try to breastfeed.
What if they have some covering or?
Yeah, even with covers. Some people
come on.
bother them.
Better than stuff we see people doing.
Yeah.
Come on. That's natural, you know what I mean? Okay. I'm gonna give you some information to my granddaughter.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm gonna keep, one for me. I'll need another brochure for her.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep one for me. You keep the pencil?
Yes, the pen's for you. I can give you another one too. Yes?
Someone asked me, who couldn't attend, she asked if there was any, information or links that she could provide, because her daughter-in-law's having problems breastfeeding.
Okay.
So, she asked me to get that information to her.
Yeah, sure, I can give you a brochure for her.
You have a temple?
I'm at
Oh, no, University of
University of Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Give her a pen as well.
Where's the genetics department? I've been trying to get over there for the longest. Is that over there on Spruce? Where the genetics department?
I would guess it's in the main campus, but I'm not